Have you ever heard of a band come up and it just has a distinct noise that just stretches an itch that you didn't even know you had? These bands, believe it or not, have a name. My name is Lexi, and I'll be guiding you through the marvelous genre of music, of this kind of music, sorry. We're going to dive into this genre of music that is swancore. Although it is not a place, it's sort of a comfort for a lot of kids who are alternative and have a love for this rock music. It is not just for these kids though. It is also for adults who have their music on shuffle and it just comes up and you just can't help but to vibe to this music and enjoy just the beautiful sound of the guitar. There are many things that I can talk about this genre of music. There are questions of who created swancore. I will break it down for you and tell you what makes a band swancore. Body. Who created swancore? Well, let me tell you a little history behind it. It was a genre majorly influenced by pretty much post-hardcore bands from in the early 2000s who wanted to mix their heavy distorted vocals with angelic and progressive guitars. As the genre grew more popular and it started inspiring these bands to use that kind of sounds, a record label managed and founded by Will Swan was introduced. Blue Swan Records is the epitome of the swancore sounds and signs many artists like Simbar, Strawberry Girls, and Equidola. Now let me tell you about the creators. Although the name was given to the genre by Will Swan, most influential people in the swancore genre it was actually originally coined by Sergio Medina. It is hard to say one person created swancore. It is also not a solid genre itself, pretty much subgenre within its post-hardcore. Till today, there are so many bands who continue to perform and use the swancore sound, such as modern-day bands like Stolas, Hell the Sun, Mela. Every early 2000s band had a similar sound or even tried to mimic Dance Gavin Dance, aka one of the major influences is swancore. Helps shape and fine form the solid sounds of swancore and regular post-swancore. Swanfest. Swanfest is sort of a festival that takes place here in California. There's also in Chicago and just places. The first Swanfest festival was launched in 2019, which their lineup included bands like Dance Gavin Dance, Crown the Empire, Royal Cada, and many more with the swancore sound. Swanfest is hosted all over the country. Some of the past events happened in Chicago, Illinois, Sacramento, the Skyline Stage, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I don't know about you guys, but learning about this genre of music and its history just makes me want to ask the questions about what makes a band this genre of music. Well, that's my second topic. What makes a band swancore? Instruments and rock. Its incorporation of math rock and progressive rock and post-hardcore are what makes this genre possible. Vocals. Its dynamic vocals and its high level of technical skills such as rapid tempo changes and different key signatures. Tempo difference. The shared ethos movement within the lyrics of the band swancore. Songs are usually exploring themes, introspections, religion, feeling, and sort of place feeling and personal struggles. It just kind of talks about their lives, their love lives, just stuff that's happening in their lives. Talking about all this music just make me want to pull out my guitar and play you guys something. But this isn't a little thingy. Well, telling you about swancore was created, what elements put together to determine if a band is swancore or not, and just random facts overall. Their festivals that they have, and all that sort of things was really fun for me, at least. Holy moly, talking about music just made me want to turn on my speaker and listen to some Swan. Knowing how it was created, the facts about it, and now it will be easier to spot it whenever you hear it, random songs that you really like. You'll be able to identify it, if it's Swan or not. And now if you do hear a song like that and you want to listen to more, now you know what the genre is called. Thank you everyone, have an amazing day and rock on.